Let's talk about reality. We're going to talk about marketing. A lot of people believe when you're starting your company, hey, this is my first chance, this is my chance to make a first impression. I got to make sure everything's perfect. That's not really the case. You need good enough marketing. You need to understand who your customer is. When I started out, I actually took pictures, I pasted them to letterhead and made color copies. The marketing was good enough. You have to get your message out there. A lot of people sit there and wait for graphic artists or wait for outside firms to help them. Normally we don't have the money for that. And second of all, nobody cares. You have to get your message out. The first impression can't be made unless something gets to them. There's no impression if you don't do anything. That's what I started realizing. Hey, I got to get my message out there. I got to tell people what I'm doing. I have to start planting seeds. I have to start getting out there. And I was always worried about, oh, is this good, or is this letter big enough, or is this font big enough? Get it done. Get your message out there. Plant the seeds. Remember, your customers are just like you. We have a saying around here. It's a little vulgar, but we say everybody craps sitting down. It's the truth. We're all the same. You're a customer, I'm a customer. Our customers are just normal people. They don't need something very, very pretty constantly to decide if they're going to want to buy your product or not. You need to go out there and plant seeds, flyers, guerrilla marketing, whatever it is. Get all those seeds out there and a couple of them will start growing, and then you'll start putting your concentration into whatever creates success for you. But to sit there and sit back and try and figure out, oh, should I do this or should I change this color or change this? Just make your decision and go forward, and then you pivot. We talk a lot about pivoting in Entrepreneur Boot Camp. You always got to constantly pivot, but you have to get something done. Remember, there's no such thing as perfection. Nothing's perfect. No matter how long you spend on your brochure or your marketing campaign or your brand, nothing's going to be perfect. I remember early on, I used to send a letter, I used to fax them back then, or now, more recently, people send emails like, ooh, I could have made that email better. Ooh, send the email. And then pivot if it's not perfect. But you have to send the email. You can't spend all your time trying to figure out all this stuff that doesn't make an impact on your business. One email, your customer is probably going to scan the email anyway. You're worried about a comma or something. Nobody cares. Get the thing out there, get it as best you can, and then pivot. You can do something better the next time. Don't waste a ton of time on these insignificant problems and you're getting nothing done. And I think that's the real message here is get things done, get good enough marketing. Later on, you can hire a graphic artist, and as your brand grows and whatever, and you have resources to do that, then do it. Early on, get the message out there. Remember, your customer is just like you are. We're all customers of something. They're not these special people. They breathe the same air we breathe. They're the same people we are. They don't have to have everything perfect in order to start getting your message across. Remember, we talk about it takes about 8 sales calls to get an order. You know, your marketing message, your first initial contact is just the first out of 8 that you're going to need to get your sale done. So remember, get moving, keep going. What is good enough marketing? What is good enough to get out there? What's good enough to get your message out there? You get that done, go forward. Otherwise, you're back on the treadmill and you get nothing done. And say, oh, well, I couldn't get my brochure done, or I couldn't get this done. That's how companies fail. 8 out of 10 companies fail because they don't get stuff done. It's good enough, hit it, move forward, and then pivot when you need to pivot. Thank you. If you like what we said in this video, please feel free to subscribe below and get more information. And if you're really serious and really want going forward, please take our boot camp and put yourself to the test. Thank you.